Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about some NBA news. I'll do my NBA playoff predictions probably later, before Monday Night Raw. Just want to get the wrestling news and the NBA news out of the way. I've uploaded my wrestling news, go watch that. See how the Dodgers recap tonight, so still a little bit of a busy day here. But let's talk about some NBA here. So, via the Carton Show, the Craig Carton Show, Eddie House was on there, and he expects the Knicks to make a big postseason run, like a deep postseason run. And he's like, oh, the Knicks, they're better off without Julius Randle. And here's how they're better off with a score like him. I mean, maybe they're not. Maybe the stats back it up. Hey, but, I mean, he is a dog. Don't get me wrong. He's a good scorer. But he's not the future of the Knicks. He kind of slows them down, plays in his spots and not where they need, and hangs around the arc too much. When he's frustrated, he shuts down, becomes useless, they give up. The squad is just kind of gritty, just flexible. Just better without him. Brunson can run point guard because in the playoffs he's a negative offensive player, and his defense hasn't played well. I mean, I know he's had one healthy playoff series, but you gotta play better. And I still think maybe they can make a good deep run. But I just don't know if you can say, oh, the team's better off without an all-star. I don't care how he's performing in the playoffs. I'll understand that argument if you say that. But Randall's played really good this year. But I'm not going to say, oh, the Knicks are going to be guaranteed to make a deep postseason run. I mean, Julius Randle's an all-star for a reason. The dude's good. But that's just what Eddie House said. He's like, oh, they're better off without Julius Randle. And they've kind of been up and down throughout the season since they lost him. So you can't say, oh, they're better off without Julius Randle when they were really good when he played. And now they've just been up and down with injuries. I don't know. We'll see. So DeAndre Ayton, he's happy he finally had the opportunity to showcase his talents. What I showed you guys the second half of the season is what I've been trying to show my whole career. Ain't quote Oz emoji. Bro, you were so bad in Phoenix. You just gotta stop it. Or maybe not bad, because he averaged like a double-double throughout his whole career there and playing majority of the seasons, but I mean, number one picked in the stack draft a few years ago, but bro, he went from averaging 17 and 10 last year to 16 and 11 on 57%. I mean, post All-Star break, he played good. But the second half of the season, he played good. First half bad, second half was really good. But has he really showed improvement, though? I expect better from a guy that was a former number one pick and getting a lot of money. Oh, 16 and 11 this year. So, I expect more than that from a guy that's making, like, so much money. I don't know how much money, like $300 million? I expect better. So what else do we gotta talk about here? So Rudy Gobert actually revealed that his family on his mother's side did not want him around because of his skin color. He don't want that baby in our house. I'm glad you're protected, Rudy. Jesus Christ. That's awful. What a bunch of racists. Now they probably want him back for his money. Now that he's got all this money. I bet they're asking for that money, but that's awful. So Miles Bridges reveals he wasn't mentally right towards the end of the season. I didn't have the right headspace. I wasn't as strong and positive as I should have been. Towards the end, being so beat up mentally and lacking confidence, I think that hurt me, end quote. Playing for the Brooklyn Nets will do that to you. Being on a trash team like the Brooklyn Nets. That's what happens when you force a second or third option to be the first option. He's probably tired from playing every game because he hasn't missed a game in, 6 years? And the New York media market is no joke. Craig Carton says Anthony Davis is the most overrated superstar in the history of the NBA. He says you can't count on him. He's always injured. He's soft, doesn't play through pain, and you cannot count on him to be there when you need to win a game. I don't think this dude's watched a single Lakers game this season. He played like 76 of the 82 games. And no one watches your show, Craig Carton. Oh, wow, like 5 people? Look, I know people being an anti-AD guy, but he played a career out of 76 games and averaged 24, 12, and like 2.3 blocks per game. Literally an all-NBA season right there. But, yeah, he's soft, right, Mr. Carton? So, Jaren Jackson, now we move on to that. Move on from that. He wants to play for Team USA this summer. And, quote, if I get the call, I'm there. You're not invited, Mr. Jackson. We have AD, Bam, and Embiid. We good. Well, maybe Bam. I don't know. But he was literally the starting center the last time USA won gold. We're good. I don't think we want Jaren Jackson in Team USA. So here's the getting prices for the NBA play-in tournament. Warriors at Kings is $212. Hawks Bulls $58. Heat Sixers $50. And Lakers Pelicans $39. I mean, Warriors Kings is probably the biggest playing game outside of Lakers Pelicans. I mean, Sacramento loves hoops and the Kings and these fan bases and Warriors Kings fan bases. I mean, I don't know if they hate each other, but two teams within 1 hour of each other. I mean, I get it. Man, people can really see LeBron James play for like $39. These are some good playing matchups. Even the Hawks Bulls is going to be a good one. So Derrick Rose, he said he is not retiring. I'm coming back. One last dance. Join the Bulls, buddy. One more in you, buddy. So, RJ Barrett talked about OG Anunoby, or OG Anunoby, the original gangster. He's one of the best defenders I've ever seen in my life. Speaking this highly of someone you were traded for is absolute class. And OG can completely change the Knicks. So, per your report, many NBA sources think Trae Young will be traded this summer if the Hawks can find a buyer. So, DeAndre Ayton, Marvin Bagley, and Mo Bamba from the top 6 of the draft from 2018. A few of them have been traded. Trae Young might be the next. Imagine that Wemby Trae Young duo. Ooh, that'd be great. So Jimmy Butler said this via Slam Online. It's the time where people really got to think about going up against Miami Heat and myself. I know what I'm capable of. I know what my squad is capable of. And nobody wants to see us in a 7-game series. Anyway, we know that. Please put this playoff Jimmy gimmick to rest. Even if they get out of the play-in, nobody's going to beat the Celtics in the East. Maybe the only other team that has a shot is maybe the Knicks. I mean, I don't even know who else has a damn shot at the Celtics. Even if the Heat play them again, they're going to lose. So Damian Lillard struggled in yesterday's game in the season for the Bucks before their first-round playoff matchup. And Stephen A. Smith on First Take today says, Damian Lillard isn't happy in Milwaukee. If Milwaukee loses, I think you need to consider moving Dame up out of there. I'm not talking about his game. He's not happy there. Oh, yes, because we know how reliable Stephen A's player sources are. I mean, maybe Dame has said it. I think Dame has said it a few times. Maybe he's said it himself. He isn't happy there. But I don't know. But he hasn't been that great this year. I mean, I think he might be washed. So Tim Legler via Get Up ESPN says, don't sleep on the Pacers. I think Indiana can beat Milwaukee if Giannis was fully healthy. I mean, I think they can. They've won 4 of the 5 meetings versus the Bucks this year. The Bucks are just going to be food this postseason. Giannis should be I don't think Giannis is going to play Game 1. But I think the Pacers could win this series, honestly. They've owned the Bucks this year. Who knows? I'm not going to say anything until I do my playoff predictions video. So the most viewed players in NBA social media this season: number 1, LeBron; number 2, Curry; number 3, Wemby; number 4, Luka; number 5, Curry; number 6, Jokic; number 7, Anthony Edwards; number 8, Giannis Antetokounmpo; number 9, Jason Tatum; and number 10 was Kevin Durant. So, man, Wemby already top 3. Year 1 already top 3 here. Jamal Crawford has an issue with basketball media. My problem is basketball is one of the only sports or only things where you don't have to be a professional to judge professionals and get people looking at it like you're the gospel, and it's crazy to me. Professionals say the most nonsense to me. Gilbert Arenas and his guests have some of the wildest takes I've ever seen. Like, people like Stephen A. Smith really have an MVP vote. A professional, Kendrick Perkins, has an MVP vote. And that TNT guys were talking about how, SGA's the MVP or something like that. Like, some of these, I don't know how some of these people get MVP votes. I don't know. Mike Greenberg says the Lakers should rest LeBron and Anthony Davis tomorrow and tank versus the Pelicans in their play-in game. I mean, I don't think they want to play the Nuggets because I think the Nuggets would beat them. But why would you tank your play-in game? I mean, dunking the Nuggets would be smart because I don't think you want to play them in the first round. But why would you take a play-in game? And then what? Then what? You're gonna face the Kings or Warriors, who were 4-0 and 3-1 against them in an elimination game. I mean, AD hasn't played 2 of them, but like, they'd probably beat him without AD. They probably beat him with AD. Jamal Murray believes the duo of himself and Nikola Jokic is better than the pairs of Lillard and Giannis, AD and LeBron, and Luka and Kyrie. I mean, they proved it by winning it all last year. He's allowed to talk, so. Chet this year played all 82 games, 16-7, 2 blocks per game, 63 true shooting, number 1 seed in the toughest conference in the league. And Wemby still clears. I think he had the better year. Like, individually. I'm not talking about team success, because nobody expected the Spurs to be that good. A report: NBA executive pegs Knicks as a perfect trade destination for AD. He's not going anywhere unless LeBron retires. Crazy how big markets are always the best destination for superstars. Malik Monk is the favorite to win the 6th Man of the Year. Shaq and Kenny, what I was talking about, both see SGA's the MVP, and Kenny furthers the discussion saying, "Oh, he had a better impact than Jokic. Denver has a great success, and the team's greatest has been higher, but the individual success and the team's greatness has been higher in SGA. He doesn't have a bigger impact than Jokic to me. You look at the on and off the floor. Jokic probably has one of the biggest. They probably have the biggest drop off when Jokic goes off the floor. I don't know. Just proving they don't watch games. I don't think they watch any games outside the TNT games. Just saying. Stan Van Gundy basically talked about JT, how he complains about foul calls. Every time he misses a shot, he's upset with the officials. I mean, I get it, but you can't let that affect your game. Kenny Smith has Anthony Edwards making first-team All-NBA over Luka Doncic. Pandeo face. I swear, some of these people on TNT's, they make some outlandish takes. NBA source claims Knicks will try to max Jalen Brunson out as soon as possible. He has $100 million decision incoming. And I'm not going to talk about the NBA playoffs. Like, I'll go over that in my playoff predictions video. One thing I want to talk about from Woj right quick. Daignault winning the NBCA's NBA Coach of the Year, well deserved, leading this young Thunder team to the playoffs. I believe the youngest team in NBA history to get the 1 seed or something like that, and well deserved. and he delivered the youngest team in modern history, an average of 24 years old, to the number 1 seed and won the NBCA voting among his head coaching peers. So yeah, that's really have to say here for the NBA. So until next time, out. Peace.